Good evening, Professor and class. This is Giovanni. The name of the program that I am currently creating an evaluation for is the Permanent Supportive Housing Program. One aspect of my evaluation that I would like to measure using a qualitative design are barriers to services use, specifically housing services. For example, I would explore how individuals with a mental health condition perceive and experience challenges when attempting to access stable housing. In order to answer this question, I would use a grounded theory design and an ethnography design. The idea of a grounded theory is that your outputs and research develops your theory. In ethnography, the idea is that you study people in their own settings over a long period of time with the hope of understanding their needs and barriers. As far as my questions, I decided to use two research questions, one for each of my designs. For grounded theory, my question for the participants would be, can you tell me about your experience trying to obtain housing and how your mental health plays a role, if at all? And for my ethnographic design, my question would be, would you be comfortable with me accompanying you for a day while you go about getting mental health services or housing so I can better understand your experience? As far as the data collection, I will tackle it in three parts. First, a theoretical sampling. I would interview a small group of homeless individuals with a mental health condition. I would then collect observations or, if available, case management files related to their housing experience with a mental health support. I would analyze the initial data and identify any themes. Afterwards, I will look for more participants that meet the criteria in order to either expand or challenge my developing theory. Next, I would ask the participants to allow me to shadow them when they are seeking either housing resources or mental health services. This will be my observation piece. Lastly, I will conduct a structured interview, more specifically a semi-structure, where I will have a clear framework and allow it to be flexible enough in order to explore new topics that might arise. One reliability concern I would have would be the number of attempts to mental health services and the reason why. I could address the reliability by asking the mental health provider how many appointments the participant kept or missed, but this will now make it quantitative. To keep this qualitative, I can ask the participant why he or she missed the appointment. If I have built enough rapport, their answers might be valid or have validity. Regarding the IRB video, I found interesting that it protects the rights of prisoners. Too often in our society, we tend to forget that those who have been found guilty of a crime still have rights. And the next thing was that the private sector does not need to follow the regulations of the IRB if they are privately funding. Something that not only did I find interesting, but disturbing. I would like to end my presentation and this course with the following Bible verse. It is found in Matthew chapter 20, verse 26. But whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. As future public administrators, we are given the blessing, privilege, and opportunity to lead by serving. So I ask all my fellow classmates to keep that in mind as we go forward, not just with this program, but in our careers. And with that said, have a great week and God bless.